Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello, my name is Vicky Ferdiansyah with name 64242446 and my brother.
My name is Hasbiolki with name 64241591.
Today we want to make a PBL video from English for Business with the theme of remote meeting business.
Hello, good morning Fikri.
Hello, good morning to Mr. Hasbi.
Thank you for taking the time this morning. I know your schedule is tight. We need to have a serious talk about the productivity issue in the factory and how it impacts our business as a whole. Last month, a production report. Fortunately, I was very worried. The figure of 25,000 tables per month is the minimum target, and we have constantly failed to achieve it. What is your honestly from the market perspective?
Honestly, I haven't been able to sleep well thinking about this. From a marketing perspective, this situation is indeed critical. We have high demand for Majujaya furniture product, but we are unable to fulfill it. There have been 3 large orders from main distributor that we have had to postpone, sir. And the worst thing is, 2 of our very potential strategic customers, they ended up switching to competitor because they could wait for our lead time, which was too long. They haven't even given direct feedback to my team that they are disappointed with our inconsistent delivery.
So the impact has been felt directly in the loss of order and potential customer. That terrible. I'm afraid our reputation as a reliable supplier will be eroded if this continue to happen. What do you think is the main root of all this, Fikri? Is the purely a textual production problem, or are there other deeper factors?
Mr. Hasbi, I believe this is not just a technical issue. Of course, there is room for process improvement in production, but from the higher times, observation and direct feedback we get from field employees, the core problem is employee morale and motivation. They feel that a salary of 2 million rupiah per month is no longer relevant to the current cost of living, especially in urban areas. They feel that their hard work, despite their best efforts, is not financially rewarded. This is what causes high absentee rates. They often look for side jobs. And finally, focus and productivity in the factory decreases drastically.
Low wage. So this is not just innovative, but a problem with their basic need. Is that so? We have been operating with this salary structure for quite some time. Why is this complaint only now so prominent? Has inflation or the cost of living really been that drastic in the past year?
That's right, Mr. Hasbi. Recent surveys from several institutions show a significant increase in the cost of living in the 1 to 2 years. The purchasing power of a salary of 2 million rupiah has decreased significantly. Employers feel that there is no clear future if they continue to work with that way. This creates a feeling of being unappreciated, which is then reflected in a low work ethic. They feel, why work extra hard if the results are the same? Therefore, the proposed salary increase to the million rupiah per month is not just a number. This is a signal that the company cares and appreciates them.
I understand your argument about moral and appreciation, but Fikri, from a financial perspective, 50% salary increase for all production employees is a very big step. Chandra, the financial manager, would clarify about object to such an additional burden without any guarantee of a definite return. What is your warrant that this insurance will really increase productivity to the target of 20% and not just insurance or operational costs with commensurate result?
This is not just a belief, Mr. Hasbi, but based on case studies from several of the manufacturing companies that have faced similar problems. When employers feel prosperous and appreciate, they tend to be more loyal, more disciplined, and more motivated to achieve target. 20% productivity is an ambitious target, I admit, but it is very realistic. Imagine, sir, if they are no longer worried about how to meet their daily needs, their focus will be fully on their work. We can also introduce a performance incentive system after the basic salary increase as a complement.
I agree that investing in employees is a long-term investment, but we also have to be realistic. If we lost 200 million rupiah per month due to additional salary, how long will it take to offer that loss with a 20% increase in productivity? What about the break-even point? And what if the 20% target is not fluffy? Achieved, for example, only 10% or 50%.
Okay, let's do a raw calculation here. Currently, we produce 25,000 units. If it increases by 20%, it means we can produce an additional 5,000 units per month. To 30,000 units, let's say the profit margin per unit is 100,000 rupiah. So this additional 5,000 units can generate a gross profit of 500 million rupiah per month. Meanwhile, the additional salary cost for 200 employees is 200 million rupiah per month. So roughly we have a net gain of 300 million rupiah per month from this increase in productivity.
500 million rupiah in additional gross income versus 200 million rupiah in additional cost. That is interesting, so we can cover the additional salary cost and even get a net profit in a relatively short time. What about the risk that productivity does not rise 20%?
Of course, there is a risk, sir. However, with better management supervision, continuous training, and most importantly, commitment from employees because they feel appreciated, I am optimistic that we can achieve or approach the target. Even if it is only 50%, we are still much more profitable than continuing to lose orders and customers. Remember, the cost of losing customers is intangible and much greater in the long run. We lose potential recurring income, reputation, and market trust. This is our momentum to show that Maju Jaya Furniture is a good place to work and a reliable supplier.
Your argument is very strong, Fikri. I can see the big picture. We cannot continue the let this whole gap. Closing customer is a disaster. I will take to Chandra, the financial manager, soon. I will ask him to make a more detailed financial projection based on the 20% productivity insurance scenario and also the 50% conservative scenario, including the break-even point you mentioned. This will be key detail for my presentation to the board of directors.
Very good, Mr. Hasbi. I am ready to assist Chandra with all the data we have from the market and sales side. The sooner this is decided, the sooner we can save Maju Jaya Furniture's reputation and market share. I can even sketch out an internal communication campaign to celebrate the salary increase and boost employee morale.
Great idea. That could be an additional morale booster. Okay, Fikri, thank you very much for your time and in-depth analysis. This has been very helpful for me in making this strategy discussion. I will let you know as soon as I have another discussion with Chandra.
Thank you again, Mr. Hasbi. I look forward to hearing from you.
Thanks for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.